Today, I'm going to introduce the concept of talent transfer, which will act as the foundation for all my following videos. Talent transfer refers to the process of identifying athletes who have the potential to succeed in a different sport based on transferable physical, psychological, and skill-based qualities. Rather than viewing talent as something fixed within one sport, this approach recognizes that athletes may be better suited to a different performance environment depending on their individual characteristics. This idea challenges more than traditional views of talent development, where athletes are often selected early and expected to specialize in one sport. Instead, talent transfer supports a more flexible and dynamic understanding of performance, where development can occur across different contexts. This links closely to what I've read from Côté and Gilbert, who suggest that effective coaching requires an understanding of multiple factors that influence athlete development. Their work highlights that performance is shaped by a combination of physical, psychological, and social influences, rather than a single defining trait. Talent transfer has become increasingly important in modern sport, particularly within high-performance systems. Organisations such as UK Sport have developed formal talent transfer programs to identify athletes who may be more suited to alternative sports. These programs aim to improve efficiency by redirecting athletes into environments where they have a greater chance of success. A key strength of talent transfer is it recognises that many attributes are transferable. For example, physical qualities such as speed, strength, coordination, and endurance can be applied across different sports. An athlete who excels in sprinting may have the physical qualities required for sports like rugby or cycling. However, talent transfer is not just about physical ability. Psychological factors also play a crucial role in determining whether an athlete can successfully adapt to a new sport. This links to the work of Bandura, who introduced the concept of self-efficacy, or an individual's belief in their ability to succeed. Athletes with a high self-efficacy are more likely to embrace challenges, persist through difficulties, and remain motivated during periods of struggle. This is particularly important in talent transfer, as athletes often move from being highly skilled in one sport to being relatively inexperienced in another. This transition can challenge confidence, and without a strong psychological characteristics, athletes may struggle to adapt. In addition to physical and psychological factors, social influences also play a key role. Access to coaching facilities and support networks can impact whether an athlete has the opportunity to transfer successfully. This highlights that talent transfer is not just about the individual, but also about the environment in which they develop. Despite its advantages, talent transfer is not without its limitations. Research from Joseph Barker suggests that talent development is complex and it's difficult to predict. This means that even well-designed talent transfer programs cannot guarantee success. One challenge is not all skills transfer easily between sports. While physical attributes may be similar, technical and tactical demands can differ significantly. For example, transferring into a team sport may require decision-making, communication, and spatial awareness, which are not always developed in individual sports. Additionally, athletes may experience psychological challenges during transition. Moving into a new sport often involves starting again at a lower level, which can impact confidence and motivation. These challenges highlight that talent transfer should not be seen as a simple solution, but as a broader approach to athlete development. This is why it's important to consider talent transfer as a multi-dimensional process influenced by a range of interacting factors. It requires an understanding of biological characteristics, psychological readiness, and social environment, all of which contribute to performance. Throughout the following videos, I will explore these factors in more detail. Firstly, I will examine biological perspectives and how physical attributes influence suitability for different sports. Then I will explore psychological factors, including motivation and confidence, and how these affect an athlete's ability to adapt during talent transfer. Following this, I will discuss social factors and how environment and opportunity shape development pathways. I'll also examine the relative age effect, which highlights how structural factors within sport can influence who gets selected and who gets overlooked. Finally, I will analyse talent identification and talent development systems, and how talent transfer can be integrated to create more flexible and effective pathways. In conclusion, talent transfer challenges the idea that talent is fixed within one sport, and instead promotes a more adaptable and long-term approach to development. It highlights that performance is influenced by multiple factors, and that athletes may reach their potential through different pathways. This central idea will now be explored further throughout the rest of my videos.